Hey you guys, and welcome back to the channel. Nice to see you. First of all, today I'm going to check out RIFF Radio's fresh interview with the warning. It came out today online, I believe, and this is kind of an extra video. I'm releasing this right after I'm done with the filming, but I have a little warning thing going on right now. I just heard a final version of the Martirio, which was awesome. I was privileged to hear it up front, but of course I can't release it or put it out there or do a reaction video about it and release it. Not yet, anyways. But maybe later. But yeah, I was listening to that and a few other songs that you Patreon warning Patreons are probably familiar with. And if you know what I'm talking about, good for you. It was awesome. But yeah, the girls actually, before I start this interview, I read an article or several about the girls because there are this warning hype is going on all over the world. The joke has I don't know exact amount how many views they have already, not only with the music video, but the live version as well, and the lyric videos, and all the reactors are at work, and positive vibes, and huge thing going on. And and the girls are having a few gigs in the Los Angeles in the beginning of next year. Both of them are apparently sold out, and which is great. I was offered actually a ticket to the concert, but unfortunately that is so far away that it just can't happen. It's too expensive for me to fly to California for a show or a few, but as an idea that would be like ideal. And what else? And the warning is apparently opening a gig for Metallica later this year in some festival, or they are at least playing on the same festival. I can't remember where, but from where the girls started doing a cover song of Enter Sandman when they were so young and little, and that must be like a mind explosion of some sort for the girls and for us, and for me at least, just to think about something like that happening. It's just great. I'm so happy for the girls, and everything is paying out, and all the live streams coming up, I assume, are going to sound great. Like I said in the beginning, I heard some stuff, and the live sounds, the stream sounds nowadays are just tip top. So yeah, but anyways, let's head out to watch that interview. This just came out for me while and of course I have to do this. Remember, this is extra video released today, so let's check it out.
streams. We now welcome Daniela and Paulina from their home in Mexico to Riff Radio. Thrilled to be joined today by 2/3 of the Warning. Thanks so much for taking the time, joining us, taking a few minutes today.
Hey, thank you. We're very happy to be here. Alice says hello, by the way. But I think we'll be talking for her this time.
Perfect. So this has to be an exciting time for the band. You have a new single, new album, shows on the way. How are you both feeling right now, kind of ramping up to everything?
Well, more than excited, I would say very grateful that we got to do all of this. You know, it was a very tough year for everyone, but we were able to record a whole album. The single is out now.
We're very happy. We're working very hard for everything to run smoothly, but we're just very happy that it's finally out.
And finally, you know, being able to present it to everyone, especially in the live shows, which are slowly coming back, and we missed so much. So we're very excited.
Yeah, I saw some of the behind-the-scenes videos that you posted kind of through the process of recording the album, and it just looked like the pandemic really changed up what you would normally do. How did you kind of adapt, and what was that process like for you?
Ooh, it was different from normally recording an album, because I remember our past albums, we would also do other things while we were there. Sometimes we would go for interviews, or we would play a show or something of the sort. But we were able to take 3 whole months of just recording the album and being in that process, and then that kind of mindset. And we also traveled to New Jersey for this. It was the first time we left our house since March. We left in September. 3 months for New Jersey. It was just an incredible experience, but I really think that we had a lot of time to just really dedicate ourselves fully to the album.
It did have its challenges. Most studios didn't have so much time available for us to be there. We had to record in 5 different studios.
Yes.
But that ended up being a good thing, though, because the change of scenery helped a lot to, just
freshen up. After 3 months being in the same room, you could probably go a little bit crazy, as everyone experienced. But it was just an overall really great experience, and we had a great time.
Now, you worked with David Bendeth producing the album. He's been a part of some of my favorite songs. What did you learn from him? Kind of what did he bring to the process?
I think that the question is, well, what did we not learn from him? So much.
David is such an amazing person, first of all. It was such a pleasure to work with him.
Yeah.
And we learned so much. Even things we didn't think we still needed to work on, but just working together with him as a band, I think we grew so much as people and as musicians at the same time.
We literally dug deep into the most tiny things that make a huge difference in a recording and in a song, and that opened up our perspective a lot of what is a game changer in the studio.
Yeah, it was a very meticulous process.
Yeah.
But it was such a good learning experience. And again, David is such a great teacher. Yeah. He was very, very nice. And
it's great that we made a great team, because it's very important to have a lot of chemistry between, constant creators. Because everyone is going to have their own way of doing things and their own opinions. But we worked so well together.
Yeah, we were able to find a balance of this way and our way. It was just a really, really good, as you said, learning experience.
Now, you were originally going to spend at least part of 2020 on the road before the pandemic hit, and obviously kind of changed things for everybody. Now, were you going to do the record and tour at the same time? I mean, did that allow you to just focus on one thing rather than kind of jumping between the two?
Oh my God,
you're totally right.
I hadn't thought about it.
Yeah.
We had a North American tour planned. It was 25 dates in a month, and we were gonna. Then it was postponed, and then it was canceled, right?
Yeah.
But
the whole album was, I think, on standby. We were going to record it before the tour, but at that point we were a totally independent band. And throughout this whole process, we were getting into agreements with Lava Records. So we were just okay, the album is on standby, because if we do close this deal, we would love to do it as a big new team, Yeah. And that's what we did, and we're so happy to
have recorded it
with Lava and Republic, because it just like it made meeting David possible, and it also made everything
easier. Yes, it did. But yeah, I don't know how it would have worked out though. I think we would have made it work. Yeah. We always do. But if that ever happens, it would be quite an adventure to have.
Now, my first exposure to the band was through your new single, Choke. But you've...
There's a silver lining in everything. Maybe the show being postponed, or the tour is actually a good thing, because these things that we are enjoying now probably wouldn't happen without the COVID, or the cancelled tour. And that's one of the things I appreciate in a band. Not only the warning, but in general, don't just stop doing things, but make use of your time somehow. Not necessarily, not even in the music, but that's just something I enjoy in general in life. Make use of your time. Tiny steps towards your goals, whatever they may be.
You've all been playing together so much longer than that. I mean, you all started so young. I mean, when did you decide, okay, we're going to start a band?
It was so crazy because we started out since we were tiny. I mean, we're sisters, so we grew up in a very musical environment. Our parents really love music. So we constantly heard it around the house. We started playing because of the video game, Rock Band. Yeah. And we just loved what we saw on screen, and we just wanted to do that. So we were super in love with this idea of becoming a rock band, but we never played together. Danny picked the guitar, I picked up the drums, and Alec picked the bass later on. And
which, to my surprise, was actually harder than the button guitar.
What a surprise. But it was only until Alice started playing the bass when we were like, hey, you know what?
That's actually a weird thing, because I think I talked about this in another video where the girls were actually playing the rock band, because for me it's I have played the game like a few times, and that was over 10 years ago, even more. But the game always seemed like very hard for me for some reason, because it has nothing to do with playing the guitar, and so it just felt weird. And of course the girls practiced to play with the game, and and going from there to play real instruments. It depends what you learn. Makes me think about how I changed from guitar to a ukulele, and it's a totally different tuning and different strings, different everything. It was like turning the guitar neck around and learning to play with your left hand or right hand. Depends how you normally play, but it's like a brain. It turns your brain into a mush, but and that's because I was familiar with the guitar, but after playing ukulele a couple of years now, I think that if you're into practicing an instrument, I suggest you choose ukulele, because I think it is much easier instrument to learn to play than a guitar. That's just my opinion.
These instruments, I mean, we can play them together. So we started learning some songs together and started covering them just for fun and to see what would happen. And we found out that we really loved playing together. Yeah. So then we started recording these covers and uploading them to YouTube. And then the Enter Sandman cover that we did went viral and we started getting like a lot of attention and these opportunities, and we just saw it as like the perfect chance to start writing our own music. And years later, I mean, here we are.
Now, you've written songs both in English and Spanish. Now, from the perspective of, coming from the perspective of a songwriter, are there adjustments you have to make between the two languages? Is one easier or harder? How does that work?
Yes,
writing in Spanish is so hard. It is so incredibly hard.
Which is weird since it's our first language.
Yeah, I mean, we're Mexican and we live in Mexico. So Spanish is what we speak every day. But
I've said this many times earlier, but it is something before the girls can even answer that. But English is such an universal language in the music, and it has this certain kind of vibe, how the words tend to go, and how you pronounce the words. It just goes so easily with the music. Like doing like Finnish songs, for example, it's really hard. Of course, you can sing anything with the melody, but the way the words are pronounced in Finnish, for example, it just isn't the same. It doesn't follow the melody, or it's harder, and I believe that is something to do with like many languages. Apparently Spanish as well, maybe.
Most of the music that we listened to while growing up was in English, and we read a lot in English as well. Yeah, so when we started writing, it was just very natural for us to start writing in English. And of course, we've gotten better as the years gone by, but we never really struggled with it. But when we started writing in Spanish, Jesus,
oh no,
like we were bad at it. Yeah. So it was something that we really had to work at, which is, I think Spanish is just a really hard language to fit into, like melodies and phrases without it sounding very cringy or too wordy. And I think it's something that we've been working on. But when we released our first song in Spanish, it was such like,
it felt so good.
I felt really proud that we were able to do it, and then we made such a cool song in Spanish, because it's also very different to sing in your first language. And like when we play in Mexico or in Latin America, people like sing that song so loudly, and it's such an incredible feeling to hear that. So we've definitely tried writing more in Spanish, but English is still our main songwriting language.
And so now I'm sure most fans have heard Choke at this point. Any hints for fans as to what kind of the direction of the rest of the album might sound like? What should fans be looking out for?
Ooh, wow. Okay.
When Choke came out, people were pretty surprised. It was heavier than they had expected. Yeah. And usually our albums vary a lot.
Yeah, that's something that's very the warning. Like none of the songs in the whole
same
album are like kind of like the same.
But I think most of the songs do lean towards a heavier sound than what we've done before. Some of them don't. But I just feel that they can expect really powerful songs like Choke, and some of them are even more energetic and like really hype.
But all in all, still very us.
Yeah, it's like a new The Warning, but still The Warning.
Now, so many ways these days for bands to interact with their fans. You've got Twitch and TikTok and YouTube.
It's kind of funny how the girls answer like it's like a politic, like it's the same, but it's kind of different. Of course, it's going to sound like more like the sounds are the biggest part that is going to be different. We heard that, and on the Choke, and now it's just all about the girls' songwriting and what kind of. I'm so excited. Like I know that it's going to sound great sound-wise. There's no need to even talk about that. That's a given. And but what kind of a like it's the drama in the album how the songs are placed, and what kind of songs are there. So excited! Can't wait this soon to happen. Yeah, what was the girls answering the question, like not to upset like any fans that expect something old, but and vice versa. It's kind of a like a political answer, I would say.
And the warning, of course, on Patreon. Do you guys have a favorite way of engaging with the fans? Any way you like doing it the best?
Wow. Well, definitely Patreon has to be very big for us, because even when we were an independent band, and even now, they've been so supportive. That
it's direct lifeline to what we do, honestly.
Definitely, we couldn't have done a lot of things like opening for the Killers without like their support, because it's a lot.
Like that. But the community within Patreon, it's such a fun community to be in, and the way we interact with fans there, it's so easy to do, and it's such a comfortable environment. So I think that Patreon, Discord, and Twitch are probably the coolest ones, because there's a lot of like one-on-one interaction.
Mm-hmm. And now, as far as bands, you mentioned the Killers. Now, bands you're playing with coming up, I'm sure, is a show you're excited for. I think it's Welcome to Rockville is a festival you just announced. Going to be opening for Metallica. Now, when you got started, was that something you imagined, that you'd be on the same bill?
Never imagined, but I can't believe that it's happening.
Yeah, it was a dream. We didn't think that it would happen, especially like this soon. We're just so happy, and we're really excited to get back to playing. It's been such a long time since we played live for the festival. It's one of our first festivals in the U.S.
It is the first one.
Oh, yeah. So we're very excited about that as well.
And also, as far as headline shows, going to play a historic venue in LA. Got a headlining show at the Troubadour starting out your 2022. Another show I'm sure you're excited for coming up.
Super
very,
excited.
very excited. Actually, I think the tickets come out so like tomorrow.
Oh, yeah,
I guess. So we're super excited about that. We have played the Whiskey before, never the Troubadour, and we're so happy.
We would play annually in LA.
Yeah.
For the past like 3 years, and last year, obviously. Oh no, we did do it last year because it was in January.
Yep.
So it's very exciting to keep that tradition alive, like keep playing in LA every year. So we're very excited for that.
Now, being such a young band, you've got a lot of things I'm sure you're doing for the first time now as you're rising up here and gaining new fans. Is there something that you see that you'd like to achieve, or a venue that you'd like to play? There are these big goals that you have of things that you want to do coming up. In the short term here.
Ooh. Well, there are so many that I don't know when to go.
I want to play. Headline more than headline. Yeah, so we're shooting for the moon here. Lollapalooza in Brazil, like that's one of my biggest dreams.
That is amazing. I would love to play Madison Square.
Wow, and her I remember that early clip. I don't remember. Was it from that university or? Where the girls were playing, and at very young age. Of course, they're still young, but at that time, and Paul was coming in front of the stage and saying that we're doing this to become professional musicians, and we're in it like we are for real, and we are the real thing, and. That was a couple of years back, and now it's happening. And she said, sooner than they have thought, like opening for Metallica. That is that is something else, and yeah. And again, I would like to play there and to the moon and. Danny was just about to say Madison Square Garden, where my favorite band of all times, the Jethro Tull, made a huge like a debut for America back in the day, and that was an awesome gig. At least I think she was saying Madison Square Garden.
Garden one day, but that's like
Hey, mine is also kind of impossible, but we can dream.
But go to the moon, like they say nowadays.
And now, as much as fans in America love rock, if in South America, I know it's a genre that people are really, really passionate about. I mean, festivals there, shows there are so big, so huge. Is that an environment you grew up in? I mean, were those bands you were listening to growing up?
Yes, definitely. There is a very big love for rock here in Latin America.
Yeah.
And you feel it, like when we play here in Mexico,
so energetic.
or when we played in Colombia and Argentina, the people, as like more south you start going, the more like energetic the people are. It's insane, and
it's so cool.
It's so contagious to be playing in those environments. Like the energy, it's really contagious, as I said. But it is something.
I really would like to hear what the girls are in the future. They are playing in Finland, touring in Finland, and almost every band that has come to play in Finland, and like I've been reading all my life, I've been reading like interviews and papers, band what do you call it, like band magazines and all that, with the interviews with the bands, and almost every time the interviewer asks the band and how do you like the Finnish audience, and it's almost like being like the band is coming for first time to Finland, and it's for every band it's been like a totally like a different, surprising, like people are so drunk and but so like not drunk to like Finnish eyes, but someone who isn't used to that kind of a thing, it might seem like total wasted, but anyways, like the people here are so into the music, energetic audience and all that, but I don't know, it would be something nice to hear and nice to see as well. Probably if the band ever comes to Finland, I'm there in the front row, hopefully not wasted, but I don't know, it would be very nice to see how the girls react to Finnish audience.
Something that we grew up with, that love, and coming more from like our parents, that they had that love as well. I think they just passed it down to us, and it was just something that we really
connected
grew up
with.
Yes,
yeah.
Exactly. So it's really cool that we're able to give back that way and continue giving that love for this genre that we grew up with, especially here in Latin America.
Excellent. Perfect. Well, so many things coming up. New album, shows on the way. Good luck on everything, and we'll see you down the road here.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
yes,
thank you
we hope
so
to
much.
see you too.
Our thanks to Daniela and Paulina of The Warning. Find more at thewarningband.com. Find them on Twitch, Discord, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, literally all of the places. And look out for headlining shows at the Troubadour in Los Angeles, the Welcome to Rockville Festival, and more dates on the way. Until next time, this is Riff Radio. As always, find more at riffmagazine.com.
Okay, check Riff Radio and those things out. Nice interview. One of the greater, and it's a new one. It's nice to be on top of like things. Nothing so new, except for the fact that the girls are opening for Metallica, which is awesome news. I don't know. Nice to like they say, so much going on. Like every day is coming like new things and new interviews with the army and everything. Exciting times. And of course, in the Patreon, Warnings Patreon, there are whole other things going on there. Hopefully all of you will join the Patreon. I would like there are like the girls played a little gig a while back on the Patreon, and that sounded awesome as well. I just checked it before starting to record this one, and I think I'm going to check that one again. But that's a totally different matter from this. But yeah, I don't know. I think that covers this whole interview, and like, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Had to pause it for a moment. I choked. I've totally forgot what I was saying, and but I think I really didn't have anything else to say. I think I choked. Good for me. But this is an extra video, so I don't think that you guys mind. Yeah. But this was an extra video just because it was a fresh one, and I was already listening and to some warning stuff. So yeah, hope to see all of you. Actually, in a few hours, new reaction video, Tuesday reaction video goes live, and hope to see all of you then. Okay, see ya, bye.